For this try it out activity, I'm going to ask you to create an app that helps me with my grocery shopping. Specifically, during the week, I'm going to be able to add items to my grocery list, and while I'm shopping, I'll be able to remove items from the list and check them off as purchased. As an advanced feature, we're also going to make the app calculate my total bill. Let's see how this works. Okay, so the idea behind this is very simple. We've seen something like it already. I've got a grocery list. I've got the ability to add items to my list via a button. Right, and down here I'll have my list. All right, and so I can put in eggs in here, and it's going to add eggs to my list, and milk, and butter. Right? Pretty simple idea. The one thing that's important about this, the one thing that makes this different from what we did in our previous lessons is that we're going to actually make sure that this list is saved. Right? We're going to combine those two ideas that we worked on together. The idea of creating a list and also persistent storage. Now, I told you that you could do this very easily, but I don't think I actually demonstrated it. So that's one thing that we're going to put those pieces together in this try it out activity. Okay. That's the basic version. And by the way, we also, like before, we want to press to remove. Right? And so this is very helpful. During the course of the week, when I think of, or when I run out of milk, I can add milk to my grocery list. Right? And then I'm in this grocery store, and I've got my grocery list here, and I'm kind of checking them off, and I can see what's left on my list to buy. But the other thing that would be really kind of cool is if I want to be able to check prices on these things and keep a running total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a checkbox here. Right? And if this checkbox is checked, that means that I want to create a running total. Right? So, during the week, the reason I have this here is during the week I may add milk and then I say, oh yeah, I don't need milk this week, so I'm going to have this checked, and if I remove it, I don't want to be creating a running total. But in the store, as I push these entries to remove them from the list, what I'd like to do is I'd like to say, well, how much does this cost? So I push eggs, for example, and what I'd like to have happen is a little pop-up. How much do eggs cost? And I put in an amount. Oops. And I say OK. Right? And so I push OK. And then what happens? It goes away, and I've got a running total down here. Right? And then, oops, how much does butter cost? And you can already see a problem I've got here with that prompt. How much, maybe I'll just say butter cost, eggs cost, instead of having to worry about that word there. So butter costs $2.38. Right? And I say OK. And what happens? It's going to update my total. Okay? Now, this is an advanced option. I'm going to encourage you to do this. I'll have this in my solution. We haven't done this yet. Right? This is something new I'm introducing here. You know kind of what this is, right? This is a notifier, of course. But it's a different kind of notifier. What we've seen before are just ones that have the OK button. I don't have the ability to collect input from it. But I bet you can figure this out, because we saw there's a whole bunch of different notifiers that I can present there. And just to give you a flavor of how this is going to work, right? The notifier is going to pop up, and after I push OK, it's going to have a value associated with it. Okay? See if you can figure out how that works. And if you can't, my code will be posted and you can learn from it. All right. Sound fun? Let's have at it.